Welcome to United ITV News, a program that will show you what's happening at United ISD.
You'll see events and activities that take place in our district.
On today's show, we'll introduce you to the most successful Hispanic high school football coach in Texas.
And a local judge reminds students that failure to attend online classes has consequences.
Those stories and more are coming up
on this exciting edition of United ITV News.
United High School is now home to Texas's most successful Hispanic high school football coach. Here's Jose Sanchez with the story.
The United High School Longhorns football team has seen many triumphs under the leadership of their head coach, David Sanchez, who is undoubtedly one of the best football coaches in the state of Texas. As a matter of fact, he has recently become the #1 Hispanic football coach in the state with 208 career victories so far. Coach David Sanchez has been a school coach for 40 years and a head football coach for 28. His first job as head football coach was at Nixon High School in the 1990s, where he led that team to a string of victories, including a by-district championship. Since then, he went on to coach at Holmes High School in San Antonio before returning to Laredo to coach the United High School Longhorns. The Longhorns had been struggling for many seasons, so Coach Sanchez began working on rebuilding and reinvigorating the team. UISD athletic coordinator Jose Briones was on the coaching staff of the United Longhorns that year. He remembered how their first game of that season against the Robstown High School Cotton Pickers ended.
We ended up losing 42-21 or something in that neighborhood. We're walking back to the locker room after the game, and a parent is walking fast towards us. We are expecting our first Northside parental complaint of the season. The mother says, "That was a great game." She went on to say, "We just scored more points tonight than the last 2 years combined." She said, "The band was so happy they finally got to play the fight song."
Today, the United Longhorns are one of the premier high school football teams in South Texas. Last season, they won the District 29 6A title with a perfect 6-0 record. Undefeated district champions.
They didn't come with
United High School assistant principal Gilbert Moreno, who was a coach himself before becoming an administrator, talked about how Coach Sanchez has set the standard for other local coaches.
Well, in '97, I was a senior in high school, and he was the head football coach at my high school. Fast forward now into where we're at, I started my coaching career at Nixon, and then eventually jumps on to Alexander. And his influence has always been within those halls, within that coaching staff that we had. And he was the standard of where we wanted to be while we were in those teams. Through him, they've made me a better administrator because of those lessons. And now I bring that leadership as well. But it's all started because of Coach Sanchez and what he started back in '97 when I was a senior in high school and just watching him.
When this season opened, Coach Sanchez was tied with Coach Alex Leal of Raymondville with 207 career wins. It was at the season opener against the United South Panthers that the Longhorns bested their rivals, and Coach Sanchez got his 208th win, making him the most successful Hispanic high school football coach in Texas. A special ceremony was held at United High School's library to honor Coach Sanchez. School faculty, administrators, and fellow coaches were there to recognize him and celebrate this important milestone. United High School Principal Alberto Aleman presented Coach Sanchez with a plaque commemorating his high achievement. Coach Sanchez told us that the true reward for being a coach has been the people with whom he has worked.
It's just awesome to look back and think about all the things that have happened in my life, how blessed I've been to meet so many people and work with so many coaches and, get to know, their families and it's just, it's a special feeling, and obviously, I hope that I can go a few more and continue to be successful, and more than anything, to change lives in our students and to get to know kids and their families and coaches and their wives and their kids, and all that to me is so important that we bring that love to the team and that family atmosphere.
Physical education is not just about teaching students about exercise and sports. Much of it is about learning to apply ourselves in any situation life may throw at us. United High School principal Alberto Aleman tries to employ the values students learn in physical education in all instruction at his school.
Each and every year, you look at how the student body is doing and how you can improve. And so back then I said, you know what? The lessons that you're teaching your players should be in every classroom, should be developed by teachers as well to make it a better student body.
I think that if we can teach kids how to work hard, be dedicated, be committed, be loyal, and those are all such great qualities to learn, you know, for the remainder of their life, you know, because if they can be dependable and they're going to work hard and they're going to be loyal, then, you know, they're going to be employed somewhere and they're going to have a chance to better their lives and move up the ladder and be successful.
He says that the secret to his success is not in himself, but in the people, both coaches and players with whom he has worked.
You got to surround yourself around, you know, great people that are going to be dedicated and are going to work hard. And, you know, you also have to be blessed with some talent, you know, and more than anything, kids that are willing to commit and work hard and love and not be selfish, you know, and have that common goal of, you know, together as a family we can do it, you know. And other than that, I don't think there's any secret.
However, in the end, it isn't about how much you can do, but how well you can do it.
It's not about how much we do, it's about how good we do the things that we do, you know, that are going to give us a chance to be successful. You know, some people want to do so many things that you're not good at anything, you know. So, you know, there's got to be that commitment to, you know, what are we about?
The true skill learned in school through every subject and discipline, including physical education, is how to persevere and succeed. And it's because of educators like Coach David Sanchez that at UISD, we don't just win championships, we produce champions. For United Independent School District, I'm Jose Sanchez.
4 United ISD board members were sworn in after this year's election in November. 3 were re-elected to serve 4 more years. Ricardo Molina, representing District 1, has served on the board since 1996. Ricardo Rick Rodriguez from District 2 has served since 2008. District 4's Ramiro Vélez has been on the board since 2012. One new board member, Mr. Frank Castillo, was elected to represent District 7. United ISD board members are not compensated for their work, but proudly serve to benefit the community.
Justice of the Peace Bobby Quintana is reminding students about truancy. Although many students are still attending classes online, it's important to remember that failing to log into class without a valid excuse can result in truancy. The judge held a Zoom meeting with 150 students from Lamar Bruni Vergara Middle School. He stressed the importance of school attendance, whether online or in person. Also presenting at the meeting was Texas DPS Highway Patrol Sergeant Eric Estrada, who told the children about the dangers of getting involved with gangs and illegal activities.
One of the messages that DPS always likes to put out is that they have a choice, right? Everything has a cause and effect. If you do bad stuff, it's going to result in bad consequences. If you do good stuff, you're going to be successful in life. So you have a choice. These teenagers have a choice. These juveniles have a choice. And just because they made one mistake doesn't mean that they have to follow on to this never-ending circle, right? They could always get out of this, and they have a choice to do something good in their life.
Judge Quintana added that parental involvement is essential to student success.
The message would be for the students and for the parents, because it starts at home. I mean, the students, yes, they go one way, but we need the parents to be involved. I'm involving myself. DPS is involved. So we want to make a difference, but we need the help from the parent also. If we can reach out to one student out of those 150, we're doing something for our community.
It's important to remember that school attendance is just as important online as it is in person, and the consequences for truancy are just as serious.
United ISD went on the front lines against COVID-19 by offering COVID testing to the community. Testing was held at the Student Activity Center and was available to everyone in the public at no cost. People from all over Laredo took advantage of the free test, which rendered results within 24 to 48 hours. And to help maintain healthy schools and departments within the district, United ISD will be offering rapid testing for employees at schools and departments. A training session was held for administrators on how the tests are administered. These are self-administered rapid tests that give results within 15 minutes. This will help ensure that our schools and departments are free of coronavirus and safe for employees and students.
United ISD offered flu vaccines for employees. The vaccines were offered to all employees in partnership with the HEB Pharmacy and Blue Cross Blue Shield of Texas, which is the district's medical insurance provider. This year, there were more people than usual receiving their vaccines, as UISD's Director of Health Services, Irene Rosales, explained.
Every year we have a lot of people getting sick with the flu. And with this, it's a respiratory illness, the COVID-19 or coronavirus disease, that people are really taking care of themselves and would rather have the flu shot given and protected than nothing at all.
In addition to the flu, vaccinations against shingles and pneumonia were also offered to employees.
The Association of School Business Officials International recognized United Independent School District for excellence in budget presentation with the Pathway to the Meritorious Budget Award for the 2019-2020 budget year. The association promotes and recognizes best budget presentation practices in school district. The United ISD Office of the Comptroller is under the direction of Samuel D. Flores.
The United ISD Child Nutrition Department donated 40,000 pounds of USDA ground meat to the South Texas Food Bank. Due to the pandemic, the decreased number of meals currently being prepared compared to the regular school year has resulted in an excess of ground meat. In order to help the Laredo community, the Child Nutrition Department has opted to donate the food to the South Texas Food Bank.
A local organization is helping teachers and students stay healthy during the COVID-19 pandemic. The Laredo Economic Development Corporation is a private nonprofit organization dedicated to the economic and industrial development of Laredo. The organization found volunteers to sew non-medical grade reusable masks as recommended by the CDC to prevent the spread of COVID, and they donated 1,100 of them to United ISD for students and teachers. They presented the donations at United South High School. Associate Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction David Gonzalez was very grateful for the support.
I think more than anything else, it's refreshing to know that during this time of need, the entities like them come to assist our students, our staff here at United ISD, and more than anything else, they're making a positive difference in the lives of others.
Thanks to the Laredo Economic Development Corporation for helping to keep our schools healthy and safe.
And coming up next, we'll introduce you to 5 United seniors who received one of the most prestigious scholastic honors in the country.
And we'll tell you why some United South High School students got a crash course in etiquette.
Don't change that channel.
You're watching United ITV News.
What can I be?
I'm a U.S. Naval Academy appointee and a future aeronautical engineer.
I plan to get my doctorate's degree so I can research the effects of drugs on the mind and behavior.
I am an early college graduate and a future pharmacist.
I am the first in my family to go to college, and I plan to become an attorney.
If you dream it, you can be it.
We are united. We are united.
Once you post your image online, you can't take it back. Anyone can see it. Remember, think before you post. Feelings of hopelessness, change in behavior, withdrawal from family, friends, or favorite activities is not just being moody. Depression and suicide ideation is a serious health concern, but help is available. Contact your school counselor for assistance. Suicide is a permanent solution for a temporary problem. You can also contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline or Alliance for Safe Kids. Get help today. 5 United High School seniors have received one of the most prestigious scholastic honors in the country. The school honored 5 Longhorn students for being recognized by the National Merit Scholarship Program with an outdoor certification presentation. The National Merit Scholarship Program is an academic scholarship competition administered by the National Merit Scholarship Corporation. The highest achieving students are designated as National Merit Scholars. 2 of them, Ambrosio Gomez and Carlos Velasquez, had this advice for students who want to succeed.
Look at what you already know and make sure not to just keep going over what you already know and only focus on what you don't know, because often it's kind of hard and it's definitely more challenging to constantly be refreshing the harder stuff. But it is more important if you want to do well.
Grades are a lot, but don't sacrifice the things you love to, be ranked number 1 or to do well on tests. And I think it's very important to have a well-rounded application, because a lot of the times, in the future, whenever you look back on high school, you shouldn't just think, oh, I was, valedictorian, but you should think, oh, I was in this many UILs, I had these many friends, I was in these clubs, I had all these experiences. So I'd say having a well-rounded high school resume is a very good opportunity, not just for college, but for life.
The other 3 United High School National Merit Scholars were Darian Compion, Alejandro Gonzalez Ayala, and Nicole E. Munson. Congratulations to these 5 outstanding scholars.
A United South High School graduate received an important head start in her aspiring career as an educator. Dora Gutierrez earned an Educational Aid 1 certificate from the Texas Education Agency. She accomplished this through United South's Career and Technology Program, the Texas Association of Future Teachers, and Junior Achievement of Laredo. Under a new rule from the State Board of Education, high school students who are 18 years of age can earn Educational Aid certification after completing a series of training courses. Ms. Gutierrez is the first person from UISD to complete this new program. She told us how she took advantage of the opportunity.
I was involved in the TAFE program, and they had this opportunity, for students here in Laredo, and I think the state. And I was like, when I heard of this this opportunity, I was like, no, I have to get it, especially because I'm going towards the educational pathway. So I was like, I need to take this opportunity and do it as soon as possible.
She also told us about the Texas Association of Future Educators.
TAFE is a program where we get involved. We go to the elementary schools. It's called Junior Achievement, and we go get some experience with the elementary schools, and we do hours we go to the parent festivals, and you start getting more experience in teaching.
United ISD looks forward to helping students move closer to their career goals by helping them get certifications that will allow them to work in their chosen field and gain valuable experience as they complete their college degrees after high school.
Lyndon B. Johnson High School students prepared to do their civic duty for the first time by registering to vote. A curbside Rock the Vote event was held at their school. Students who had reached the legal age to vote and members of the community were welcome to drive up and register for the 2020 elections. For many high school seniors, this would be their first time voting in a presidential election. It was fortunate that they would begin their adult lives by exercising their right to vote.
Down Syndrome Awareness Month was observed with a virtual ceremony. The event was hosted by Colonel Santos Benavides Elementary Principal Dr. Adriana Vela. Laredo Mayor Pete Saenz and Webb County Judge Tano Tijerina each read proclamations. United ISD holds this event each and every year to bring attention to Down syndrome.
The Laredo Morning Times ran a special insert in their September 27th issue called Back the Blue. in which they paid tribute to local law enforcement. In it, they included a section praising our very own United ISD Police Department. UISD PD works around the clock to keep schools safe and also helps local law enforcement in ensuring safety for the entire community. United ISD is proud of its police officers, security guards, and support personnel who work tirelessly to help keep our schools safe and drug-free.
Orange Elementary teachers and administrators let their golden hearts shine for childhood cancer awareness. To show their support, they displayed yellow and gold hearts and encouraged their students to wear those colors every Friday. School counselor Adriana Lopez Omen explained.
We're very excited. Our Cardinals are really proud to support Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Every Friday in September, the Cardinals have been wearing yellow or gold to support two of our students who have been affected by this disease. And so we want to show them that we care, we love them, we support them, we know that they're going to stay strong and stay positive.
Increased awareness of childhood cancer motivates people to donate money that goes toward funding research and charities that help those afflicted by the disease.
Students at United South High School's Global Business and Advanced Technology Magnet are learning about proper professional conduct. Nationally recognized etiquette expert Deanna Gottsman was the featured speaker for this year's Business Etiquette and Executive Leadership Seminar. To accommodate remote learning, the seminar was virtual for students enrolled in the Magnet program. Ms. Gottsman discussed proper etiquette as it applies to potential workplaces, business relationships, and dining occasions. And this year, the census was a hot topic with the COVID pandemic complicating things. Local leaders stepped into action to help people be counted. Here's Jose Sanchez with the story.
The 2020 census has been extended until October 31st, and everyone has extra time to be counted for the benefit of their community. Originally, the census count was to have concluded in April. However, it was decided to extend the date to October 31st due to COVID-19. This gives Laredo and Webb County more time for its citizens to respond and be counted. Census results help determine how billions of dollars in federal funding flow into states and communities each year. The results also determine how many seats in Congress each state gets. Public schools benefit from census participation. The data helps determine how money is allocated for the Head Start program and for grants that support teachers and special education. Webb County Commissioner Wawi Tijerina and Justice of the Peace Bobby Quintana held a drive-through event to help people who wanted assistance in filling out the census. Commissioner Tijerina told us why everyone should participate.
Everyone needs to know that they count, we all count. And the more we count, the more numbers we have, the more money we receive from the federal government. This is very, very crucial because that money can be used towards schools, public health facilities, toward roads, and so forth. And that is something that is very much needed in Laredo, Webb County.
Justice of the Peace Quintana also spoke about the importance of everyone participating.
It's determined on how many people sign up or how much money we get. So the more people we sign up, the more money and resources we can better our city, whether it be by police agency, whether it be by street pavings, whether it be building parks, doing more stuff for our community.
Hispanics and Latinos are often wary of participating in the census due to privacy concerns. But the census only uses information to create statistics that help the government know what kind of funding and representation is needed and how much for specific communities. Information is not collected for law enforcement purposes.
All we want to know is numbers. How many people reside here in Laredo, Webb County? No questions are going to be asked. Are you a U.S. citizen? Are you here legally? No questions like that are going to be asked. And I must tell them also that the information that they provide cannot be given out. So it is confidential. They can feel secure. They can feel protected. No one is going to invade their privacy.
Everybody counts. It doesn't matter if you're a U.S. citizen or not. Everybody counts. I mean, immigration is not being involved. It has nothing to do with immigration. As long as you're living here, you're a number, and we need you to sign up.
You can respond to the census online at my2020census.gov or via telephone by dialing 844-330-2020 for English or 844-468-2020 for Spanish. The Census Bureau has sent questionnaires to every household on record in the United States. If you received one, you can fill it out and send it by mail to U.S. Census Bureau, National Processing Center, 1201 East 10th Street, Jeffersonville, Indiana, 47132. For United Independent School District, I'm Jose Sanchez. United Independent School District invited all UISD parents to attend the Virtual Parent Learning Summit. The summit is held annually, but this year's sessions were online due to the pandemic. The event included many informative parent sessions, a virtual kiddie camp, and motivational speaker Raul Magdaleno.
United High School held a virtual Veterans Day celebration. Students and faculty recited poetry and sang songs honoring America's veterans. A video was featured with pictures and names of United High School's faculty and staff who have served our country in the military. Even during a pandemic, our patriotic teachers and students found a way to honor America's veterans.
United ISD held a Thanksgiving food drive for those less fortunate. Here's the story.
The United ISD Office of Federal and State Programs is reaching out to the community for assistance in providing our migrant and McKinney-Vento families with a Thanksgiving meal. Donations can be made between October 26th and November 13th. Unfortunately, community donations are lower than last year, but the number of families needing help has increased. United ISD high school students, area high school students, and local college students can do their part. By just making a food donation to this worthy cause, students can earn community service hours. A donated turkey equals 10 community service hours. 3 cans of corn gets you 1 hour. A jar of gravy, 1 hour. For 3 cans of green beans, you'll get an hour. 3 cans of mushroom soup equals 1 hour. You'll get an hour for a box of mashed potatoes and 2 community service hours for a box of stuffing. Please consider making a generous donation to help our local families in need have a happy Thanksgiving. And students, do your part while earning community service hours. Food donation sites include UISD high schools, or donations can be dropped off at the Federal and State Programs Office located at 201 Lindenwood. For more information, call 956-473-6259. Students from United High School held 2 donation drives in September and October to benefit United ISD's McKinney-Vento and migrant programs. In September, the Longhorns worked together to donate a total of 324 blankets to the programs. And in October, the students donated 1,180 pairs of socks. The students worked very hard to gather donations and ensure that the McKinney-Vento and migrant programs had everything they needed.
You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
And don't forget to watch all the latest UISD videos on our YouTube channel.
You've been watching United ITV News.
We hope you enjoyed our show. Thank you for watching.